Woo.
Hi, welcome to PATHCO.
Are we streaming?
Yes.
It's a wonderful insight into the imagination.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the wonderful, magnifitastic world of PATHCO. Yes, that's a word.
Yep.
Welcome.
Yes.
Morning.
We are currently back again with a team after a long hiatus of me having exams and well, basically just that, me having exams, and we're back with the A team. And could someone remind me where the hell we left the party?
I'm not sure any of us know.
So I don't really remember why Quick doesn't like me, but apparently I knocked her out with a blow to the crotch. So
Yes, you did.
You know, putting my hands up here, my bad.
A wee bit there, chap.
Yeah, well, it took me literally watching the tapes back. So, you know, putting my hands up there, apparently I've made a rival, which is kind of cool. Blind Kanan's here again, remember that guy?
No,
Yeah.
not Blind
No,
Kanan.
wait, no.
Is it not Blind Kanan?
Blind
No,
Abdul.
it's
Blind Kanan's still in a bucket somewhere. You
There's
said
significantly
Kanan is
less
super
fish.
dead.
Yeah, Blind Kanan is blind pudding at this point.
That's true.
This man here is Blind Abdul.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, we forgot to change the Sigmund miniature. We should definitely do that before next session.
Yes, actually, if you would just let me, then I will correct that this instance.
Hi, audience. So, Mon decided to make Sigmund a more Beard of Sorrow-y miniature, so that's just what's happening now.
I think it's more of a token than a miniature.
How does it work? How does
Well,
this work?
it's like an icon, yeah.
Default
whatever.
token,
So, regarding where we left off, we'd successfully able to defeat the slimes and rescue everybody that needed rest. Well, we rescue ourselves, I guess. Put a stop to the slime-like
Look
invasions.
at that, so much more beard.
I know. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I described Sig as having a more God of War Kratos-esque beard coming into this campaign, and Mon has happily obliged with that
Indeed.
on the thing. And
Actually, I will upload new Sigmund to the handouts so Egg can show him on stream in a bit more detail.
Oh, also, second question. I can't remember. Is this happening the same day as the slime encounter?
No, it's a couple of days later, I think.
No, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
we'll
been a
have to
couple of
reset
days.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It's been two or 3 days.
Cool.
so yeah, we were able to get past the slimes, make sure that that section of the river is less dangerous for any people coming after us, as we decided, and we are now continuing to get to the meeting point described to us by Montbec, where one of his associates has put out a call for aid, and Montbec, knowing that PATHCO were the best people available to him at short
For
notice.
for his price bracket.
His price bracket.
Yeah.
Got PATHCO involved with helping, and we're currently on the way to
Here
a
it is.
town. I think our eventual point is like past Force Fires, right? Like
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's the furthest.
There's a map. There it is. Route to Blackwater.
I think we get to go on like a little boat ride, and yeah.
You do.
Where are we on this
On the,
this map that I'm looking at? We're somewhere between. Are we somewhere in here? Also, Life Midland at the moment, I believe.
Yes, you're still in Midland. You are approaching sort of the coastal point where you will be taking the boat ride.
Okay.
oh, so we're kind of like I was about to try and highlight YouTube like it was Roll20.
No,
but that's not how-
nice.
I'm sort of hovering my mouse around the rough area of the handout where I think we are, but it's just a guess.
Well,
Cool.
I mean, Jack, I'm not stopping you from saying fuck, I think. I mean, we've used that word, I think, on plenty of occasions.
It's more kind of ironic by the fact that Thyra doesn't really stop swearing.
It's not like the
right.
1970s BBC.
This is true.
But anyway, on our way to this
Yes.
point to catch this boat,
Yes.
we were waylaid, or not exactly waylaid, but stopped by a group of people who we've met before. A couple of our former mid-boss antagonists from our adventure towards the island, Blind Abdul and Quick, who Sigmund decided to, in surprise, charge an attack before being shunted to the ethereal plane by some kind of spell. And then Quick indicated that she wished to engage in combat with her rival from the former encounter, Thyra, who, as aforementioned, defeated her by crotch damage.
Indeed.
Thyra totally didn't remember that encounter either, by the way.
Yeah, I
I'm
like
sure
that
it
as like an
infuriated
in.
completely.
Yeah.
To me, it was Tuesday.
Yeah, kinda.
You got to be clear. I hit a lot of crotches.
I do.
man.
I'm a very busy woman.
Okay, so
I've had other rivals.
let us immerse ourselves back into the game. Sigmund, you've been shunted into the ethereal plane.
I have. Like, what does this look like? Like, is this an overlay?
Well,
what's happening
the
here?
ethereal plane looks pretty much like the material one. In fact, you can see the material plane still, but it's sort of a very vague overlay, and it seems very distant.
Am I actually a little further past these guys, by the way? Because I kind of got the impression I was charging.
Yeah, I like the idea that you got shunted
kind of
into the ethereal plane and sort of went through Blind Abdul.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's maybe interesting to note is that you can only see the material plane. You cannot hear it. You cannot smell it.
That's remarkably consistent.
Can we feel it?
Can I touch it?
No, you cannot touch it either.
I can only see it. All right.
Yes.
Are there ghosts?
Well, I was just about to get to that part.
Okay.
You are surrounded by a prominent fog, which seems to be sort of omnipresent in the ethereal plane and fill sort of all of the air. When you look up, you don't really see a sky, you just sort of see a ceiling of this fog. And it has a particular smell. It smells like if, you know how sometimes you can like see dust particles in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
If those had a smell, then that would be what the ethereal plane smells like.
Okay. Yeah. Paint me a word picture there. I like it.
And you're also surrounded by a few bizarre spirits. Most of them are sort of indiscriminate and don't really have a face. They are just sort of silhouettes. However, there are two shapes that are sort of hovering around you. One of them is sort of a very portly man, and he has lots of bottles with him. Has them in his pockets, has bottles tied around his neck as sort of a necklace, and most of them seem to be broken. And he is also carrying lots of broken glasses, and is seemingly constantly trying to pour himself a drink, but it's constantly leaking through his glass. And he is talking to you, and he seems a bit drunk, and he says, hey, Sonny, when you like a drink, here you go, I'll pour you one. And he sort of pours it through his broken glass. And the other spirit is a woman, also sort of in noble clothing, but she also doesn't seem to be very fresh. And her entire face and hair and her entire physical appearance seems to be sort of melting almost. And she is holding a glass of what seems to be sort of like creamy liquor, like, you know, like Bailey's, like that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, sure.
And she is very melancholic, and she is sort of mumbling to herself. And they are just sort of swirling around you and vaguely talking to you.
Okay.
So you just have ghost friends now.
I do. I'm like, as I'm seeing the I was like, stop, my friend. That's a waste of booze. It's falling out.
What booze? Oh, you want booze, do you? Oh, no problem. I'll pour you a drink, Sonny. And he takes out another glass, pours it, falls through it. It's all broken.
Like it's like just this holes in the bottom. I'm like, stop. this is a terrible waste. My God, man. First of all, I've got my own, and I open the tap on the Mace of Spades, and I have a wee drink of that. Right. And I'm just like, Sigmund's just like appalled by this waste of booze here. I was having a look through I presume I've got my equipment that's on me.
Yeah, you do. That has been shunted into the ethereal plane with you.
Okay. I have. I don't think I've got. I'm just. I don't. Some of this stuff would have been. I don't think with me, but I've got one fancy sock. I don't think I can fix a glass with that. I don't want to use up my commemorative vial of tar. No, I'm saving that. So, yes. Well, you keep. Are there any of the glasses that aren't like completely broken?
No, they are all broken.
Oh, well, just drink it from the bottle, man. Come on, we're not fancy here.
Oh yeah, I'll just drink it from the bottle. And as he lifts this bottle up, on the back of the bottle, suddenly a crack appears and the booze all pours out. Oh, well, that's just great, isn't it? You know, it's always like that. And he sort of
Can I make a reflex save just to kind of like get underneath it and catch the falling ghost booze?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And he is sort of mumbling drunkenly, and he says, "Oh, that's always how it is with me." And he sticks out his hand to shake yours, and he says, "I'm the Duke of Broken Cups. Nice to meet you. I'm a diminutive spirit."
Hi, I'm Sigmund von Beck of PATHCO. We won't ghost you, but sometimes I'm very confused.
Ghost?
Yes.
But I'm already a ghost.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. Let me try that again. So we're PATHCO. We've got the spirits to make you spirits. Well, yes. Anyway, I'm working. Am I able to catch the ghost booze in my mouth? By the way.
Yeah. The Duke of Broken Cups says, "Spirits, yeah, that's right. I got your spirits right here," and he tries to pour another drink. And in the meantime, the other spirit is sort of mumbling to himself. And as you mentioned, the spirit says, "Oh, spirits and ghosts, that's what we all are here, yes. Tell me," and she looks at you, Sigmund. "You ever drunk Bailey's from a shoe before?"
Right. So here's the thing. It's entirely, but doesn't remember it. Can I make a? Also, I got the reference. Well done, one. What kind of shoe? Wait, no, that was absinthe. No, I have once drunk absinthe from a clog. Does that count?
The Duke of Broken Cups interrupts. "Yeah, I'm sure it counts, Sonny. She doesn't care anyway. You see her? That's the Duchess of Liquor Cream, and she's a horrible woman." And the Duchess of Liquor Cream sort of looks very insulted and suddenly does a total 180 and says, Oh, it's true. Oh, I'm terrible. But aren't we all Sigmund von Beck? And she says this very absent-mindedly.
I'm pretty terrible, yes. Sigmund had said his name, so it's not a surprise that she knows it. We're all somewhat terrible, I guess. And Sigmund's going to take another drink. But why are you here? And more importantly, why am I here? I was attempting to hit that blind man around the head.
Why are you here? Duchess comes in. "Oh, indeed. Why are we all here? just to suffer in this world, in this ethereal plane. And the Duke of Broken Cups sort of puts his finger in his mouth and takes a swipe of you, Sig, and tastes. I'd say that tastes pretty strongly like magic. But the taste is running out. I think you should be going back right about... The ethereal plane disappears. And you find yourself, suddenly, as the duration of the spell has run out, back in the material plane.
Okay. Do these people kind of disappear from my sight?
Yes.
Okay. So you said it was the Duke of Cups and the what? Sorry.
Yes, the Duke of Broken Cups and the Duchess of Liquor Cream.
Okay, excellent.
Sigmund! Sigmund! Are you alright? You vanished for some time.
Yes. I'll get back to you on the all right side of things. What? Hey, I know you too.
Oh, yeah. Also, I know we're in the middle of a job. I'm not still entirely certain on this employed thing. Am I allowed to fight this woman in a one-on-one duel while I'm also doing Montbeck's thing?
I don't know. What does it say on the contract?
What, the what now?
Oh, Christ.
Montbeck also says, the what now?
Dave goes, the what now?
Dave is rolling his eyes.
Well, I think if we don't have an exclusivity clause, you're probably fine. And he gives a couple of thumbs up.
Montbeck, are you cool with this?
If that means we can continue the journey, then, well, please, by all means.
I'm not a lawyer, but I did assault one once.
I mean, me too, but, you know, I don't brag about it. Thyra, like, hops down the steps from the carriage, and just, like, draws her hammer over her back, and also her new shield, which has, like, a Reinhardt-style lion on it.
Nice.
Just for the record. Aesthetically, that's what it looks like.
At this point, Blind Abdul has sort of seated himself on a rock to the side, and Quick has drawn her sword, which you can see is sort of a scimitar like blade. Could you roll me a quick spellcraft there, Thyra, or anyone interested?
Sure.
Let's look at that. That's a 13. That's reasonable.
I have reasonable knowledge of many things.
That's a 17. That's
slightly more
a
reasonable
bit more
knowledge.
adequate. Okay, so Thyra, you can tell with a 13 that that thing is definitely enchanted.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
Yeah, it doesn't look like an elemental enchant like your weapon has. It's not like fire or acid or something like that. It seems to be something else. Dave, you've seen this enchantment before, and you don't remember the exact name, but you do know that it sort of influences the swings of the bearer and is, by magic, sort of drawn to critical places to strike on the body, if you will.
Okay.
Mechanically, it's an
I'll probably warn
enchantment
Thyra,
that
then.
enlarges your crit range.
I guess I'll say,
Egg, you
Thyra.
are-
Hello?
You are cutting out a little.
I don't know what to do about that. Is it still happening?
You're good now.
Okay.
Yeah, now it seems fine.
I was
Yes.
just gonna say
Yeah,
that. I would have said to Thyra, well, she's got some kind of scary enchantment on her sword. Do we really have to do this, Thyra? Come on, do we
Yeah,
really
I'm
have
pretty
to do
sure we do. I'm not going to kill her if that helps.
this? Well, can you not
Is
hit her
that
in the
a,
crotch
is
again?
that
I
a
don't-
yes? Does that help?
I don't want her to come after
I
us
probably
again.
won't hit her in the
So
crotch.
don't hit her in the crotch again.
Duly noted. Thyra literally makes a note of that and pins it on the inside of her shield.
Alright.
I think Six is going to walk over here and sit down by Blind Abdul. It's like, is this seat taken? Or is this kind of like, you have to be on the opposite side, like it was a football match.
Nah, go ahead.
Okay.
Blind
so-
Abdul doesn't really seem to.
Hey,
Joking.
Blind Abdul, long time no see. Never mind.
Never mind. Blind Abdul calls out to you. Nice, real nice.
Sorry. Sorry, I was thinking with my tongue and not with my brain. Being told that's a problem.
I can imagine. Okay. Quick seems to be ready for battle, so as soon as you wish, you may roll initiative.
I mean, like immediately, probably. You know, if I can get some hits in before she starts fighting, that'd be great.
Roll initiative.
Yay.
Let's see what she rolls.
Probably better than that, as her
Where's my
name is Quick.
Where's my d20? Here it is.
Solid start.
Yeah, so let's start. Okay, that is a fair amount. Okay, let's add the turn order. Where's the button for that? Add turn, and that is 14. And add turn, and that is a little more than 14.
Ah, Christ.
Mhm.
Is this how I die?
So it was double.
Hopefully not. Hopefully
Agreed.
not. Okay. Oh, actually, before we go on, I'm gonna quickly put on some like battle music.
Put on some battle jazz.
Yes, so
Should I
this
do
is
that?
your opportunity for you guys if you want to do that. You can
If you've
also
got any
go
suggestions,
ahead.
Mon, I may play it. I don't normally like listening to music. but when I'm playing.
I don't actually immediately know. No. So you
Something from the
can-
Bastion soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that's actually a good idea.
What's that
Okay.
really good one that's like da ba da ba dum ba da bum ba ba ba
I don't
ba?
know. I'll
That's
look.
that's a proper story. That's like the first
Proper
track in the OST.
What's the second one actually?
Yes, it's the second one, but the first one is like an opening narration.
Okay,
All right,
I
yeah, that's
found it.
actually that's a good feel. That's a
Alright.
good feel.
We can play that one. I've got it.
Considering we're kind of doing like a Western duel, maybe. Equally, I don't know if that'll like copyright strike this.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
We'll see.
Let's find out.
Okay, she is
Nah.
going to move.
Yeah, I thought you might do.
Thought she might, yeah. Up to you. And is going to make an attack. Actually, okay. Let me roll that. Okay, crits.
But
Second one. 14 doesn't hit, I assume.
AC
Okay.
19.
Yeah, so that is 2 swings in quick succession. Get it?
No.
And one of them catches you with a swipe, dealing 10 points of damage.
Ah, that barely hurt.
And she is going to continue her movement by stepping 1 step to the back, allowing
Do
you
I-
an attack of opportunity.
I was gonna say, nice.
Yes. That does not hit.
Oh, that would be a 10 as well because I'm swinging to hit non-lethally.
Right, yeah, that does not hit.
Oh shit, I'm not muted.
No,
You're alright, buddy. I think you're muted again now, though. Thyra casts Greater Stunning Barrier on her shield.
Alright,
And
what does that do?
basically, like some really neat hexagons just sort of unfurl out in like a really Evangelion style look, like they're like centered around this hexagonal shield that she has with like a lion's head
cool.
coming out of it.
Neat.
But
Neat
yeah, basically it means will save when they hit me, and they're stunned otherwise.
Okay.
I nudge Blind Abdul. Oh, that's an AT field, you know. A Thyra field.
Yeah, that's
fucking
right.
Evangelion, man.
And Sigmund, you can see that Blind Abdul is sort of making signs with his hand. I don't know whether you have like spellcraft skills or anything like that.
Can I see that?
If you, yeah, you can, but it's gonna be with a small negative modifier, so -2.
I don't.
I hit the button, but I don't know if anything's happening. Oh, okay, that's not great.
Sigmund, if you want, you can roll a straight int to see if you remember any of your party members doing this spell.
I'm just worried that he's cheating, because if he's cheating, then I'm going to Bardic Performance to help out Thyra.
Okay, a straight int check.
Straight
well,
int,
okay.
See if you remember any of your friends casting this spell, because it's a pretty common spell.
A 10.
That's not a lot, but that's
No,
enough.
it's not. But the Sigmund's not very good.
Because this is what he's casting is detect magic.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like you've seen Dave and Napoleon like make these signs again and again.
He probably can't see the spell as well.
Ah. What spell?
Um,
Oh, your spell.
Well, just so he knows, like, I'm probably going to be pinging off on that. Like, I'm wearing, like, magical kit, like my belt and my... in fact, my belt, my shield, my armor, and the Mace of Spades are all going to be pinging off on that.
All right.
It's a very busy site. It's a busy scene. We're all very magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then Thyra, it is your turn. You cast Stunning Barrier, you said.
I casted Greater Stunning Barrier. I can
Greater
send you
Stunning
if
Barrier,
you like.
even.
Yeah, 3rd level spell. Yep.
That's a Stunning Barrier and a half.
It is indeed. It's literally
Thyra.
3 times the Stunning Barrier.
The
Nice.
best offense is a good defense. Woo!
All right.
And she, like, hunkers down behind it.
Theo, stop rustling.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Quick is going to sort of linger as she's not quite sure what to do, and as he's sitting next to you, Sigmund, Abdul shouts, "That's a stunning barrier! Looks like a greater one to me. Be careful of that."
That's cheating!
Dave's going to shout that as well. Hey, that's cheating!
Abdul shouts back to you, "Talking is a free action."
You're a bitch, Abdul. I'm going
Anyway,
to
how-
knock you out with a fucking hammer to the crotch after that. You dick.
Yeah, I kind of like jostle. I start like man-spreading, like
Wow, yeah.
just to try and like really uncomfortably like shift him up.
Cover his eyes! Wait, hang on.
Wow. Okay, so Quick is going to regardless make actually no. She is going to again approach you and is going to make a combat maneuver. And that is
Piss.
going to be a disarm
Piss.
targeted at your shield.
Piss.
Let me roll for that.
My CMD is not very good, guys.
Okay, so that's plus. Okay. Okay, that's not very great. Does a 14 beat your CMD?
Yes.
Oh, okay. However, okay, so that's a disarm.
Does she have improved disarm? I take it.
She does, I'm afraid, have improved disarm. And yeah, that is going to disarm you of your shield. I don't know whether the stunning barrier activates on a combat maneuver.
No, it's a melee attack only.
And yeah, your shield is unfortunately removed from your body.
Where does it land?
me?
Next to you, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
You will
I'll probably
have to,
just use my move to pick it up.
You will have to expend like movement to pick it up.
Yeah, well that makes sense.
Yeah. And I assume that the spell is still like active on the shield.
Yeah, it just looks really neat.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think the shield like extends outward in a really neat way.
Mm.
In like hexagonal panels that like get smaller as they bloom.
Yeah.
It's a
So
look.
Quick sort of tries to catch you with a feint, and then sort of with her sword wrenches your shield from your grip. And as a move action, she is going to pick up your shield.
Piss.
Oh dear.
So that is going to prompt an attack of opportunity because it's a move action.
This -4 for the record.
It's -4, so you can roll that.
Yeah, okay,
That
that's
does
a 9.
not hit, I'm afraid. And Quick sort of, as she has disarmed you, sort of makes a slide, picks up your shield, and aims the Greater Stunning Barrier at you, while, like, she isn't smiling, but you can definitely detect, like, a kind of smugness in her face. And next to you, Sigmund, Abdul is going like, whew, nice, keep it going.
Boo! You suck!
And yeah, that is her action. So we're back to you, Thyra.
I discharged the spell and then hit her twice.
Nice. Okay.
Fair.
Do you not know how spells work, or okay?
Okay. So what kind of shield is that? What is the armor class
It
bonus
doesn't
on
hit.
that?
That first one doesn't hit.
Okay. Those two, I'm afraid, like a 13 and a 10. That's
No, that was my attack.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What's
about
the second attack? Negative.
second attack
on...
is
Five.
your normal attack
Oh,
minus
it's -5.
5.
So this is
Negative
with a
5, yeah.
-9 to hit.
Ooh, that is nasty. What did you say your
Yeah,
shield's? What is your shield's AC bonus?
It's a heavy steel shield. So the bonus is 2.
Is
All right, two.
Quick's class proficient in shields, though? Can she actually use them? Isn't shield proficiency
Very
a thing?
astute question, Egg.
That is a very astute question. However, I'm afraid it is not very relevant because those attacks wouldn't have hit anyway.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
No.
Okay.
And what was the weapon that Quick was using again?
It's a scimitar.
Ah, shit, that is
it?
one-handed.
Look like a
Okay.
That is one-handed, I'm afraid.
It's like a katana.
Okay, so that is your action. Unfortunately, those do not hit. And Quick is going to make her 2 attacks against you. And as you see from behind your shield, suddenly this sort of semi-glowing scimitar lunging at you. That is gonna... The first one is gonna crit.
She crits easily, dog.
And second one is not a crit, is a 20. Does that hit you?
hits.
Okay, so that is going to deal a total of 10 plus 5, 15 points of damage. And as a move action, she is going to, let me quickly select that, is going to move all the way backwards. That's going to prompt an attack of opportunity, by the way, so you can make that.
Thyra is no longer aiming to hit non-lethally for the
6.
record.
Oh yeah,
16.
Sigrid was about to...
16 does not hit, I'm afraid.
I didn't think it would.
And as a swift action, she is going to toss your shield to the side.
Lovely. Okay, my turn, and I charge her.
All right. Go for it. Okay, bam.
That's with the +2 to hit.
Okay.
So +2 on top
great.
of whatever this is.
question whilst Thyra's doing that. Can I just ask
Never
Blind
mind.
Abdul? Abdul, what's the situation? You were just helping her out. I'm assuming we can't like fight and stuff, but Thyra forgot something at the beginning of the duel. I can presumably pass her this missing item, right?
Abdul doesn't turn his head towards you because, well, that's not really useful to him. But he says, "What item would that be?"
Oh, she forgot her spare shield.
Isn't the shield next to me anyway?
At this point, yes.
Where's my mind shield? Is it just like for my
Wait, let me
west
quickly
or
draw like a shape. Regular. What's the? How's this work? Draw shape. Alt for a circle. Okay, let me. Blip. Yeah, shelled. There you go.
Shelled.
Shelled. Okay.
Shield.
Shelled. So that was a 16. No, that's an 11. That's the first one.
Oh, what
Right?
to hit me?
No, the attack that you have made.
Oh yeah, no, I
Unfortunately.
super missed, and I can only do one hit on a
Yeah,
charge.
yeah. Unfortunately, that does not connect.
Bugger. This is not going well.
No, have you landed a single hit on her? You haven't, have you?
No.
Afraid not. Okay, let's see next roll. So that's quick. That's 2 attacks. That is gonna. That's a 25 and a 15.
Both hit.
15, you say?
-2 after
Oof.
a charge.
Oh, nasty, nasty. Okay, that is gonna deal. Where's my right die? 11 points.
Oh,
In
okay,
total.
that's not too bad.
Okay.
I mean,
and,
I'm like nearly dead, but it's fine.
Mhm. And as a move action, she is going to move, and is going to move over here. That's attack of opportunity, so you can try that.
Bugger.
Is that a 16?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not hit, I'm afraid. So she is clearly a lot faster than before. And
Yeah.
you can in fact see that as she's sort of dodging your attacks of opportunity, she is very, very well trained, it seems, against just, like attacks with sort of large swinging weapons like hammers and stuff. And as she moves out of the way, she looks at you, and she smiles at you, but it's not a friendly smile, and it's not really a smug smile either. It's more just sort of a menacing, sort of a biting smile. And she says, "Wow, you're a lot less impressive than I remember."
Yeah, well, you're a bitch.
Likewise. It's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna dump a sleep storm on her.
Okay.
So let's try dumping it. Because ideally, I don't want to be able to get caught in it. It's a 40-foot circle, so I don't know, probably based on that.
Wow. That's a big spell.
It's a bit overkill.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the Sleet Storm token. Oh, where is it?
And, I think basically it's like a wall of piling, like, driving ice that forms directly in front of me.
Hmm.
And I think me yelling, "Well, you're a bitch," just echoes out into this huge...
Yeah,
stone.
I think that's a nice
It's a
nice
look.
way to put it. Yeah. I'm gonna, let's see. It's a 40-foot radius, you said.
Yep.
All right. That's a pretty big one. There we go. So is this it's still bigger. It's bigger. And there we go.
Weather cleric, everybody.
Weather cleric, everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna allow you to move that. Controlled by... There we go. So normally you should now be able to move that sleet storm to where you sort of want it to go. Okay.
Like that.
And
So she
Sigmund's
basically like touches the wall of ice.
Nice.
Or, you know, like sleet. Driving
All right.
snow.
So yeah, so you just how exactly does the sleet storm sort of come into emergence?
It's literally like just like a column of storm is suddenly there.
Right.
I think her like holy symbol glows briefly, and she just goes.
Okay, so this column of like ice and storm sort of bursts from the heavens, smashes down, envelops Quick. Blind Abdul notices this. Well, he's looking the other way, but he is like doing detect magic and stuff.
And Sigurd kind of just reaches out and goes, "No, it's okay, buddy. I got to Quick. It's Scorching Ray."
Yeah. Thyra is also going to move 20 feet.
What's the effect of the sleet storm again?
It is blocks all sight within it, causes the ground to be icy. A creature can walk within at half normal speed with a DC 10 acrobatics.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna quickly roll something for Blind Abdul. Just a quick skill check. Where's the knowledge spellcraft? Okay, so that's 29. All right. So Blind Abdul shouts out to Quick. And he's shouting loudly, so he's trying to make her hear him. That's a sleet storm. You're not going to be able to move much in that. Try and get out of that. But I don't know. Does the sleet storm block hearing?
I don't think so. It doesn't mention it. I mean, you know, it's probably noisy, but I don't think it out and out drops like hearing.
I see.
Because it'd probably say so.
Yeah. That's a fair point. Okay. Quick is going to move. And first of all, make an acrobatics check, of course. Let's see what that becomes. Oof, yeah, okay, that's pretty good.
The DC is 10, so she probably passed.
Yeah, she does pass. Half movement, did you say? Okay. I think that she probably vaguely remembers where you cast it from, so she's going to try and move in that direction.
She's moving in that
direction. I think that she's still in the sleet storm, but she's sort of at the border of it. So you can see her sort of clawing her way and waving her scimitar through the sleet storm. Did you pick up your shield, by the way?
Can I have done on the move action over? Otherwise, no.
That's a tricky one.
Maybe like a wisdom check or something.
Yeah. Make a dexterity check.
Yeah, this probably isn't going to go well.
You could always crit. That's a 13. No, that's not going to cut, I'm afraid, for this kind of movement. I think I will say, because the shield was sort of like around here, I will say that you sort of kicked it along with you so that it has landed outside of the sleet storm.
Oh, good. I like the shield. It's new.
It's sort of around here now. So it's outside of the sleet storm now. And outside of Quick's attack range, as it happens. But you didn't pick it up yet. It is your turn again.
Yeah, I thought it might be. All right.
Mm.
Well, I'm gonna use a 4th level spell to heal.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yeah. By the way, Glanvar and like Sigmund and Dave, like I know that there's not a lot of stuff to do right now for you guys.
Glanvar's probably idly just he's probably lying in the back of the wagon. Here's the commotion. Looks up.
Yeah.
And goes, oh, can't be bothered.
Can't be bothered.
Looks up and oh, she's dealing with it.
Yeah, I like how in character that is for Glanvar. That's great. Dave, if you want to like cheer her on, if you want to do anything like that, Dave, then you certainly can.
Glanvar knows if he really wanted to, he could end it quite quickly. So he's giving her a chance to prove herself.
Get it quickly. I'm gonna keep making these terrible jokes. Egg, you were saying.
He's just sort of finger
Dave
guns.
really doesn't care very much. He's not someone. This is all just. It seems very pointless to him. So he's not like he's making sure that Thyra's not like super badly hurt because he would do something then. But otherwise he's just kind of sort of watching rather disinterestedly.
At like the
Sig is super into it. He's like cheering Thyra on.
Yeah.
He's basically. Like, if he had any like snacks, I don't think he does. He's trying not to think about the ethereal plane shenanigans I've just been on. So he's like,
Abdul is sort of like being annoyed by like Sigmund's loud fan antics.
Yeah, Sigmund's also doing it on purpose to try to distract Blind Abdul because he's still not 100% on this duel. You know, as a former quartermaster, like this is, you know, he's seen this kind of thing before. Like he's run squires for it and that, but like he's not 100% on Blind Abdul, like giving information. Like he's pretty sure this is cheating, but he's not. He knows that hitting Blind Abdul is probably not the way to move forward.
Maybe not. That's.
Meanwhile, Thyra has converted a 4th level spell into Cure Critical Wounds and healed 28 points of damage.
That's not bad.
Actually, I do know what Sigmund's going to do.
Oh dear.
Okay. I'm looking at my equipment list, my possessions list, and I have 2 mugwort joints on me, and I think Sigmund's gonna like spark one of those up, and just like be breathing it all over Blind Abdul.
Oh my god! Yeah, you're like vaping on him.
Yeah, I'm vaping on him.
Oh my god. Okay.
Is the position of the shelled right now, by the way?
Yes, the shelled is now in the right place.
Okay. Can I go over and fetch it with my move action?
Yeah, you can. You definitely can.
I do that.
Okay. By the way, Sigmund, as you are lighting up this this thing, Blind Abdul is like just annoyed, and you can see him sort of ruffle around in his pocket and take out what looks like a long ivory pipe, and you can see him like grab in like a little bag that he has, stuff some like dried herbs into the pipe, and light it with a finger snip.
Can I make a sleight of hand check to swap out some of the because I've not sparked yet, right? So to swap out like the end of my mugwort joint with a pipe.
Yeah, you can roll me that. Yeah.
My sleight of hand isn't very good at all.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely roll that.
Sleight of hand a dex skill.
Yeah, that's dex. That's a dex skill.
That is dex. For some reason, my sleight of hand is coming out at -2.
Dave, at this point, for you, it looks like the sleet storm has sort of had like a weird little outcropping, which is sort of sort of surrounding Blind Abdul and Sigmund.
Oh.
Why is that -2? I'm gonna click it, but I think something's up with my sleight of hand modifier.
Is it not your armor?
No, oh, it might be the armor.
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
a
armor
dex
penalty.
Dexterity-based
Yeah.
skill.
Right, 15. That's not bad. I'm gonna roll a reflex save for Blind Abdul. That's a 15. That's a. I just about beats it.
Okay.
So you're close. You grasp at it, but he. I think actually that you do grab it, or at least you would have grabbed it, but the pipe, as Abdul makes a slight hand motion with his free hand, sort of moves to the side in the air as you grab, and then puts itself back.
I'm just like crumbling this half a joint, and I'm like annoyed that I've wasted a joint, but
Yeah.
I was trying.
Okay,
The
so
latter half of that bad boy.
yes. Thyra, you have picked up your shield with your move action.
And I've healed myself.
And you've healed yourself.
Your critical
Okay.
wounds.
Then it is now Quick's turn, and she is going to move. Again, roll acrobatics.
Yep.
Yep, that's plenty. She's going to move over here.
Oh, hey, Quick, how's it going?
Not so good. And you can see that her hair is like all frazzled up. There's like ice and like wetness just in her hair. Like there's like a tree branch that flew off. It's in her hair now. And she is looking all the more ferocious. Let me see whether she hits you. Okay, so that's the first attack. Crits. Second attack. 17.
Misses.
Misses.
Also,
Okay,
she
so
needs to roll a will save.
All right, will
Twice,
save.
actually.
What did you say?
Twice,
Will-
actually.
Will save twice, you say?
Any creature that strikes you with a melee attack that fails the will save is
Is
stunned
that
for one.
the... didn't you dispel the stunning barrier? I seem to recall.
Ah, piss.
Yeah, you did.
So that is going to be 12 points of damage.
Blah.
As the scimitar swings and was about to hit your armor, but by the virtue of this weird enchantment, juts to the side, cuts just in the the seam of your plate.
Why the fuck do you hate me so much? I don't know who you are!
Why do you think I probably can't have children anymore because of you? You bitch! And she is, well, it's your turn now, so she's actually not going to do anything much.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Fuck you!
Oh.
Oh dear. Well, it's something.
Okay, so that's
Fire's
12.
good though. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Nice moves. So that's 12 total, right?
Yeah, that was 12 to hit
Yeah.
total.
14 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I didn't think it would.
Okay. So how do you perform this strike?
I think it's just like she's actually now kind of guilty about that, but this woman is still trying to kill her, so she hits her across the face.
All right, yeah. So this, she is sort of...
Also, the hammer's on fire.
Yeah. So just a little smug, and this hammer just flies and ignites as it goes through the air, and smacks into her face like a brand iron. And she her head sort of flips to the side, and she's sort of, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
No, fuck you. And she's going to roll to hit. And that is gonna be that's a 21 and a 17.
21 hits, 17 misses.
21 hits. That's going to be 5 points of damage.
Zyra's gonna keep hitting her.
Yeah. Actually, I wasn't quite done with that. She is also going to take a move action.
Oh.
And
Zyra's gonna hit her.
Yeah. She is going to move like this and then like this. Sort of to here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that hits.
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought it might
that does
do.
hit. That thought it might do, yeah.
Is the Warhammer
Okay.
×3?
I don't think
No,
it's
that's
times
an
3
axe.
for hammers.
Hammers,
Yeah,
it's ×3.
Oh, is it?
Is it?
Oh, I was right.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Is
That's
that
pretty
right?
good.
That seems high.
Warhammer's ×3, yeah.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
does that? Why is that so high? How much damage does?
Wait, let's see.
Maybe
That
just
seems
leave
very
it
high.
instantly.
Huh. I'm just gonna roll a regular damage roll and double
Yeah,
it.
maybe.
Triple it.
Hang on. I think that I think it might have doubled your strength bonus as well, which.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah,
That's weird.
it's weird. It's unfortunate, but just roll the.
Whatever.
thingy
So
for
that's 3
27.
times. That's
27.
12 plus 5. So that's. Where did you get
17.
27? Isn't it 7?
9 times 3 is 27, right?
What?
What are we doing?
No, it's you multiply the dice part.
Yeah, it's the dice part. It's not the full.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, my
damage.
bad.
So that's 17. Well, that's still a fair amount.
Is that lethal
So
or
yeah,
non-lethal?
how does this critical hit land?
Oh, it's a really ungainly, like, stumble, and I think Thai just lunges forward and catches her in, like, the small of the back. Or...
Yeah, that
Got an
sounds
extra
about
D6
right.
as well, Jack.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
fire.
it's true.
Does
Very
that get
true.
doubled? Tripled?
I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't think so. It's an
That'd be
enchantment,
silly.
so normally not.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So that
Okay.
was 23 damage in 1 turn.
Yeah, that's not bad. Not so bad. So yeah, you sort of hit her in the back. You hear sort of like a crunch, which sounds very bad. And she
I'm going
sort of,
to beat the shit out of you. Then I'm going to bring you back.
and she sort of stumbles onto the ground, rolls to the side, to arrive in her location. And you see that, like, next to you, Sigmund, Abdul has sort of put out his pipe and is, like, sort of standing upright. He's a lot more tense now than he was, it seems.
I stand up as well. I'm keeping an eye on him, by the way. Smoking half a mug or J.
Yeah, you can roll me a perception for that if you want. That's 21.
Yeah,
He doesn't.
Go on.
He's anxious, but he doesn't seem to be doing anything shady.
I blow out a big cloud of smoke into his face, and it's if he starts moving. But mostly I'm keeping an eye on him for if he starts like moving from this spot. Basically, I'm just prepping that if he moves away from me, I am going to attack of opportunity him.
So yeah, he is sort of coughing as you blow this into his face. Bloody hell, where do you get off? And Quick is going to... actually, no, it's still your turn, because that was...
No, she moved, yeah. Oh, is it my turn again now?
Yeah, because that was an attack of opportunity, wasn't it?
Are you done?
Not until either of us can't get up.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right. That's a 23 there.
Yep, 10 damage.
Yep. 10 damage. Hits. She is looking pretty terrible.
But somehow dodges.
No. She dodges the second one, but
Well, yeah, exactly.
Where do you catch her with that attack?
I think it's probably like her foot or something, and it's just like
that's
downwards.
nasty. That's nasty.
Like she almost drops the hammer on it.
Oh yeah, that is oof. That's a bad one. She is going to make 2 attacks against you. Let's see what that gives us. Okay. Oof. Okay. That is an 18 and a crit.
18 misses crit hits.
Okay. That is gonna deal. What's that? 12 points. As the scimitar flies towards you, catches you sort of in the side of the face, and makes a large gash sort of across your cheek.
Ow! Are we
And
still doing this?
You can see
Really?
that Quick is sort of holding one hand up to her cheek. You can see the burn mark of that one hammer hit sort of on her cheek as well. And you can see that Blind Abdul is like really not feeling this anymore, actually. Sigmund, you definitely can tell.
You are ready to throw in the towel for your girl there?
And Blind Abdul says, wish I could. It wouldn't help anything. It's not like she wouldn't try again.
Why is she doing this?
Well, why do you bloody think?
Look, well, you never got your ass kicked.
Well, no, I didn't, but she did.
Wait.
Blind Abdul did have the shit kicked out of him by my bats.
Oh yeah,
but he's
that's
not
true.
coming after
Actually,
me.
he did get the shit kicked out of him by those bats.
Good
Yeah,
time.
Yeah, Sigmund was about to talk about quests of vengeance being. I just start being very quiet.
Oh, buddy. Buddy.
Okay, so yeah, it is your, and no, actually, it's not your turn yet. Quick is going to move, and she seems very desperate. As she looks to the side, is going to move back into the sleet storm.
Oh.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Quick. Just give up.
probably
And
try,
you can
like,
make an
an
attack of
intimidate-
opportunity against 15 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Thought it might not.
Nah.
Arg.
And it at the sidelines, Blind Abdul is sort of looking at that sort of with a strange face, and he says to you, Sigmund, that Thyra, she's a dwarf, right?
Last time I checked, yes.
Might not be a bad move then, Quick.
Do I know what he's talking about here?
Roll an intelligence.
Sigmund, smartest man in the room.
Smartest
Out-
man in the room.
Out of character, I suspect she's going into an area where both her and Thyra's movement is half, because Thyra's movement's only 20. That would mean that she's moving only 10 feet.
Sigmund doesn't know that, though.
Sigmund doesn't know anything.
No, he does not know that. She has no
Sigmund's like,
idea.
What are you talking about? Dwarves are very good on keeping upright. They're sturdy.
Basically, what Abdul does is he sort of, with his hand, he sort of adjusts his blindfold the way that like an anime character might adjust their glasses, and he says, well. And he basically explains this to you.
Oh, about the movement speed.
Yeah, about the movement speed. But like, in universe terms.
And the sleet storm blocks range attacks, right?
Yes.
I can't see her. It blocks all vision.
It blocks all vision.
Huh.
Okay.
I think she's got me on this one, but...
Well, Blind Abdul has just told that to Sigmund, and so Sigmund can shout it out to Thyra.
Yeah, has he just said that aloud while I'm stood next to him?
Because he said it to Sigmund, and Sigmund will relay it, and then
He has actually. And as you shout
Abdul,
this,
do you know what you just said?
and Abdul is sort of
You know I'm here?
like he looks and he sort of says, "Ah, shit, monologuing."
So, are we good? Are we done? I'm not going into the storm. I'm not a fucking idiot. You just told me her tactics. If anything, I'm going to stand here, heal, and then knock her out when she comes out of
the storm. You can hear a shrill voice shouting, "Abdul, you fucking bat! What are you doing?" And Abdul shouts back, "Don't call me that!"
Didn't you used to have a fez?
I did, but I ditched it.
It's a shame. I liked it.
Yeah, it was a strong
I
look.
thought it was your trademark.
Out of fashion.
Oh.
It's not my look anymore, guys. Come on. Quit
Do I need
blasting
to-
me about this.
Do I need to get rid of the fez I have in my wardrobe?
Maybe.
I'm losing a lot of blood.
Mm.
Since when were there two of you as well?
Okay, so it's your turn now.
Thyra is gonna spend a turn of hers using her channel energy to heal herself.
Mm. All right. You can certainly do that.
I do.
Mm.
I'm actually. It might be D6 now that I think about it.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure it is D8.
Okay.
But I check if you don't.
Cure
No,
is no, it's D6.
It's
You
D6.
sure?
Okay.
Alright.
Well, yeah. Reroll then.
Cure wounds is D6.
Yeah, it's still good. 20.
It's pretty much the same. Potato, potato.
Potato.
Thyra's gonna
that's
walk over to
that you
Blind
do, do you
Abdul.
think? All right.
She wanders over here as well. Hey, Blind Abdul.
Hi. And Abdul is going to step back and look nervously at the clouds of sleet storm.
Are you done yet?
And as it's Quick's turn now, let me quickly measure this. Yep, 30 feet. That's just about enough.
Dex
Well, she can't see where Thyra is.
or acrobatics check. Also, she doesn't know I moved.
Fair point. I think that the first thing she is going to do is make a movement out of the sleet storm again, now that her plan has sort of been thwarted.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, indeed. Yeah, that's plenty. And as she sees you, she does not raise her sword, but actually, all roll me a perception.
All of us. Or just.
Yes.
Alright, okay.
Oh, good. Wow.
Thyra vision.
Fire vision, yeah.
It's like the T1000.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm too busy
Dave doesn't
fussing
see
over
anything.
toast. Which is
This
the
is
game I just
the opposite
posted.
way this usually goes.
Yeah, it is. Sigmund and Thyra, you've been noticing that Quick has been surrounded in sort of a... Like, you've seen her hair move as though it was in the wind, even though there isn't any significant wind around. And you've seen that she's been sort of surrounded in an amount of wind, of twirling air during the duration of this battle. And at this moment, as she sees you, Thyra, with livid eyes, she raises her arm, and you guys can see this sort of wind force that has been enveloping her suddenly focus into a small, what looks like small whirlwind around her arm, and
Oh, that's not good.
swings it.
That's probably not good.
Thyra, what is your combat maneuver defense?
12.
12. Okay. Then
Dwarves
she
are
is
not
going to-
dexterous people, and Glambar.
Okay, yeah, that beats it. That's a trip maneuver.
Oh,
you
so I
are
fall
knocked
over?
prone. Yes.
Oh. Right.
Yes, you are knocked prone.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
I
You
get
are
up.
knocked prone. And
I immediately get up.
and yeah, Dave, you can
I can't see anything.
and Sigmund and Tyra, you can see that the wind that was surrounding her has now sort of disappeared. And Blind Abdul is sort of looking at her and sort of muttering to himself, like, "Huh, it's a good move. It's not gonna matter. Damn it."
How long have you been following her around while she's been doing this?
And Abdul doesn't answer that.
Because, like, I haven't really, a couple of months back we went down to Arbello, and, that's something I'd rather not talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. But aside from that, we've pretty much hung around Riverton. Just seems like if you were trying to track me, I don't really travel much. I don't really get it.
Abdul isn't answering you and instead shouts to Quick. He seems reluctant about it. And he shouts, "Quick, cut this out! You're not going to win this. Let's go back. Let's just go back. Let's forget about this, okay?"
I think, can Dave also shout, "Look, Thyra, it doesn't matter. This all happened ages ago. You already beat her once. We've got something more important to be doing. We've got, like, a quest. We've got other people to help."
Right? I've been trying not to hit her for like 15 minutes now.
Alright. And Quick, as she hears all of you shouting that, she is just sort of... You can see that she's pretty teary-eyed at this point, and she grimaces, holds up her her blade, and shouts, "Shut up!" And she's going to charge at you, Thyra.
Oh.
Just apologize
That
to
seems
her.
fine.
He's gonna move, and he's gonna make an attack. That's... What do I add to that?
Oh, it's just +2.
All right, so that's...
You can only make one attack, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have
okay, so
-2
that's
AC.
26.
Yes.
Jesus. Yeah, oddly enough, that hits.
Yeah, oddly enough, that hits. And that's gonna deal 7 points of damage. As she sort of jabs at you, sort of stumbles, and yeah, she, like, you could push her over at this point. She doesn't seem very... She's exhausted. She's not in a battle state anymore. Abdul sort of approaching, and he's trying to say, "Okay, come on, cut this out, quick, come on."
Yeah.
This is... And he is trying to interfere and sort of calm Quick down.
Okay, Sig's going to let him do this. If he's...
Yeah. So Quick is sort of... She's not really resisting Blind Abdul's attempt to sort of calm her down, but she is staring at you, Thyra, with intense hatred.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, fantasy Jesus. I mean, Thor.
Thor is the one.
Thor is the one I worship.
Mhm.
Look, I'm sorry. Apparently that was, my bad. Lost in the heat of the moment. Willing to say my bad on that one. Let me heal you, and you can go on your way.
Okay. So he is going to... Abdul is sort of holding her by the shoulders, trying to hold her back. And Quick is looking at you and shouts, "As if I'd ever listen to you!" And she pushes herself forward, and in that moment, you can hear Abdul saying, "Oh, bloody Serenade, forget this." And you, in a flash of sort of golden light, they both disappear.
Oh. Okay.
Dave, could you roll me a spellcraft? And anyone, really.
Yes, please.
That's
Can
a
I,
5.
can I do a knowledge
Not that
arcana
good.
instead?
You can roll Arcana if you want.
I'm gonna take a
All
10,
around that.
which means take a 10 plus my bonus, so that's a 21.
All right, that's a 7. That's a 21, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dimension Door.
Yeah, okay.
So that's sort of a
So they're probably not very far
short
away.
range.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the range is 400 feet.
That's
So-
within an instance that we could find them, but Dave is not going to say that. Oh,
Yeah,
they're gone.
that's true.
Ow! Oh,
So
God.
you-
I
yeah.
think she punched at least one lung there.
Do you need some
Oh,
healing, Thara? Thara, are you okay? Thyra?
No! I've been stabbed many times today.
Can I cure light wounds her? Because I can't do anything else.
Yeah, you can. We're out of turn order at this point, so you can.
Actually, no, I've got a potion. I'll give her a cure light wounds potion.
Oh, don't. Thyra like pats his head and heals herself because she's a cleric.
It's the thought that counts as far as Dave is concerned.
All right. Ow. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna sleep tonight. Sorry about that.
Rosemary sort of looks at all of you and says, "You guys do this often?"
No, actually. No, not really.
That's the first time it's ever happened, like, outside of a tavern, so... You know, debatable.
She sort of shrugs and says, "Fair enough, I guess."
Are we gonna carry on?
Yeah. Montbec sort of pulls back his sleeve, looks at his wrist sundial, and says, "Well, we should really get going, guys. I mean, like, this has been fun and all, but we are kind of getting behind on schedule."
I'm glad it was fun for you to watch, Montbec. I genuinely am.
Dave's getting back.
Thanks. That's sarcasm. Okay.
You're a spy, Montbec. You should read into that.
Yeah, I'm a spy. I'm not a diplomat. Okay. I usually don't interact with a lot of people.
Thigh pretty much immediately like passes out on the opposite like carriage bench, just pressed really uncomfortably against Glanvar to take up the maximum possible space on the bench.
Nice.
Any special reason?
I mean, not particularly. She just wants a nap, and she's been stabbed like 11 times over the course of the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, like, this has been like an intense fight as well. It's been like constantly getting hurt, healing it back up, getting hurt again.
Oh yeah, like there is genuine scarring here because there's been stabbing, magical healing, stabbing again, magical healing again.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, Thyra is all shades of blue and purple.
Sigmund's like over the top, like wiggling like some spare clothes or towels over to kind of give her some air. Good fight, champ. You got her.
Thanks, coach.
Sigmund, could you roll me a as you are getting up from the stone? Could you roll me a perception, please?
Yeah, I will do this now. Boink.
21. That's good. You can see on the stone a card. A little card.
Oh, I will pick this up and have a look.
Yeah. And the card says, well, the card has a very complicated name on it. And underneath, it sort of denotes, wizard services and mercenary work. And the name is the following.
Okay. I'm going to pass that over to Dave to see what he has to make of it.
What do I have to make of it?
Well, that the first part of that name is
Looks
these
rather
sort of
like...
kind of Arabic names you could very possibly abbreviate to Abdul.
Oh, so they're mercs now. Were they mercs before?
This is basically Blind Abdul's calling card.
Yeah. That's what I figured. That's what I'd say to Sigmund.
It's literally his calling card.
Yeah.
What does it have on it other than his name? Does it say where we can find him?
It has on it sort of a thing with like what he does, so sort of like wizard services, scroll writing, mercenary work, and you can, as you turn it around, actually, you can see that it's covered in like a weird sort of script. And Dave, could you roll me a spellcraft?
Another spellcraft. Are you sure it can't be a knowledge arcana?
I'm afraid this is gonna have to be a spellcraft.
Ugh, I'm not as good at that.
11. You can tell that this card doubles as a scroll. It's a tiny scroll.
It's a tiny scroll.
Thyra, if you want, you can also roll a spellcraft if you wish.
Oh, Thyra's unconscious.
Oh yeah,
Thyra is
unconscious. Okay.
sleeping.
Dave, you can tell that it's a spell. You can tell that it has, in terms of like school that it belongs to, you can tell that it has an aura of sort of a motion aura, like a message aura.
Like it could be like a sort of a message sending thing.
Something like that.
Okay.
Is there an address on it, so to let you know how to...
And there's no address on it.
It's just the spell.
Okay. It's a shame as well, because Thyra's got experience with little scrolls that are also cards.
Do I?
Yes,
By
you're
the way,
fighting against someone in your backstory that used a lot of them.
As part of the Yu-Gi-Oh joke you keep making, I think. I don't know. I don't really find it that funny.
Okay.
Not
Is
funny.
that what we're talking about?
I think
Apparently.
that's what Ag's talking about. But no, in this case, it's just Blind Abdul's calling card.
Okay.
Thyra, you do get some experience for this.
Doobly doo, doobie doobie.
That's gonna be that's a pretty reasonable fight. That's gonna be 750. That you
I
get
knew
for
it
that.
couldn't be a flat number.
Yeah, it's never a flat number. One of these days, I'm gonna give you guys like 327 XP.
Oh, you asshole.
Yeah, something like that. I'm a real dick. Anyway. Alright. Egg is gonna be right back. Yeah. So you guys sort of continue down the road. And you can tell by the weather that you're approaching sort of the coast. And there's actually like some rain going on because you're pretty close to the mountains. So the rain is sort of pretty strong here. And yeah, you are passing and you're coming very close to the coastline.
Has another day passed, so we've had a chance to...
No, a day has passed. This is still the same day, but it's becoming evening.
Thyra, like, finally wakes up.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Sorry about that. Again, my bad.
Morning, sunshine! Rosemary shouts from the front of the carriage. And you can hear Montbec sort of say, "Don't say that, come on."
I think I did okay. Montbec, you're a spy, right?
Yeah.
How much do I have to pay you so that doesn't happen again?
Oh, right. So, well, that depends on what you want. And he sort of sidles up to you and he starts talking a bit more quietly. Do you want like poison or like a dagger, or what are we kind of talking about here?
I think we've pretty much established that grievously injuring that woman does not help matters. I just don't want her to be able to find me again, and I'm willing to pay you money to succeed in that task.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's make note of that, shall we? And he sort of looks through his belt bags that he has, takes out like some writing stuff, like a piece of paper and like a reed pen. It's not a quill, but it's easier to carry around. All right, you're back.
Hello. What's going on?
And he starts sort of writing up like this little paper, and he says like, "Okay, so what exactly was it that you wanted?"
Basically just to make it to the quick can't find me. I don't really know how being a spy works, but...
Okay, no, I can probably work with that, and he sort of fills it in.
Back moving again.
Yeah, you guys are moving.
Like
It's coming towards
the
evening,
same day.
and you are quickly approaching the shoreline.
I wanted to say that while we were still in that area, that I wanted to try give Toast a healing potion, and then to fly out, see if she could see them, and then if she could see Abdul and or Quick, give the potion to them, or drop it near them, and then come back again.
Okay, roll like what you usually roll to do, like a Toast perception.
Toast's perception would just be Toast's perception.
Yeah. I don't know how you usually do these. I'm sorry.
Let's get up. Eagle stats. One of these days I really should get one of you, to write up an actual thing just for Toast.
That might be an idea.
She's got a very good perception anyway.
29, that's not bad. Yeah, as Toast is flying, she can see in sort of the forest, like by the side of like a little river, she can see that Quick and Abdul are sort of sitting there, and Abdul is bandaging Quick's wounds. And it seems like he's giving her a very stern talking to, and she is very determined not to listen.
Well, hopefully Toast will just sort of fly in, swoop down, low, drop the potion next to them, and then fly off again.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to make
is Toast magic?
Yes. I think so. This is why I'd like an actual sheet for her someday. But
Toast is like a magical beast.
Yeah,
right.
She's psychic. Okay. She hums sometimes. I've still not quite figured out why that is a thing and why only some people can hear humming.
Yeah, I think that Abdul would probably like recognize the arcane signature, if you will.
Yeah.
And he would recognize that this is your bird.
Yeah.
But.
I imagine she's a fairly rare kind of bird, considering none of us have ever seen or heard of a bird similar. Yeah,
I think that he doesn't he can't see the bird, but basically, he sees in like a layer of detect magic and detect person infrared vision. Yeah. So he sees that.
Just a gesture.
He has like Netflix Daredevil vision, but for magical things.
Yeah, basically.
And people.
So you guys are quickly approaching the coast, and you're coming into sort of a. There's no map for this, so you're gonna have to use the theater of the mind a little. Coming into sort of a coast town, a little village, really. And at the pier of that is a reasonably large ship that is lying in port, and this seems to be the ship that you will be using to travel.
What's it called? What's she called, I should say?
As you approach, you can see that the what's it called? The figurehead of the like the thing on front of the boat, like the mermaid, the
figurehead,
the figurehead,
Right.
Looks like a dragon, and the name of the ship is the Bell Eater.
Okay.
Cool.
And so you look at this. It's reasonably big. It's sort of a. It doesn't seem like a ship that you would cross the ocean with, but it's more like sort of a coastal trader. There's this village doesn't seem to be all that much. It's really just sort of a trade stop. If you want, you can have a look around.
Do we have time to?
Maybe. You can certainly like roll some perceptions if you want to look for anything.
Ask Monbeck or Rosemary. So like, is this boat leaving at a certain time? Do we have time to wander around?
I'd rather you didn't spend too much time here. I mean, we're in sort of we're in a little coastal village anyway. I'm not sure what like you're looking for here, but I mean, you can go ahead. I'm just going to talk to the captain.
I don't know. I don't think Dave would know to look for this, but Egg the player would like to know: are there any tide nights?
Not that you can see.
No.
This place is very far from like tide night territory.
Okay.
If you look at like the little map,
the world map,
the route to Blackwater, the first yellow like yellow dot on the coastline is where you're at right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's quite a ways away. Okay, I'll just
it's quite a ways away.
They get quite far, but probably not
that's
that
true.
far.
That's true.
And if they did go that far, it wouldn't be to a very small coastal town. It would be to somewhere larger.
Probably not.
Okay.
Any of you guys wanna take any look around?
Yes, Sigmund is going to. Is there I imagine there's some kind of tavern around.
Yeah, there's a pub. There's like a sailor's pub.
Is there like a supply? I imagine there's a general.
Yeah.
Sigmund's going to go into and try and purchase the strongest cup they have.
Okay.
A cup that is very difficult to break.
Okay, the
Mithril
shopkeeper,
cup.
who is this old halfling woman. She's like small even for a halfling, and she's very old, very shriveled, and she sort of she says the straw. Oh, wait a second, and she puts up like a little ladder. She climbs up it, and she puts like her elbow on the counter. The strongest cup, you say? What do you need that for?
Well, this is going to sound very strange, and Sigmund kind of looks around and like maybe.
Oh, I've heard strange things, Sonny, with the people that come by here.
Your accent sounds very familiar. It doesn't work at the chance, does it? Wait, no, you're a halfling. That doesn't make any. Ignore me. And you might have noticed when Sigmund was coming back on the car, he would have been like looking over his shoulder as if he thought people were like watching him. No, it's a gift potentially, or an offering, you might say. I know someone who's constantly breaking his cup, and I'd like something to have with me in case I see them again.
Yeah, so it's a gift, eh? You wanna?
Sure.
And she sort of goes down her little ladder. She goes in the back. She says, "Do you want that gift wrapped?"
No, I'll take it out with me.
All right. And
Sigmund, of course, completely missing the metaphorical point. But see where you end up with that.
Yeah. She's going into the back. She comes back. She hands you like this. It's a metal, sort of a metal keg. No, not a keg. What am I saying?
Tankard.
Tankard. Yes, that's the word. Sort of a metal tankard. And this thing is pretty bust, but it seems very sturdy. It's like cast iron. And she says, "Now this thing here, I got this thing 3 years ago from a barbarian that passed down here." And she starts telling like this whole story.
Okay.
So roll me a I would say roll me a will save to like not obviously get extremely like bored by this incoherent and drawn out story.
You're very bored.
Sigurd's
yeah.
like Sigurd's tested it out by like pouring Ace of Spades into it and giving it a bit of a.
Yeah.
I assume Sigmund is refilling the Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take one of my kegs of ale off, I think.
All right. And she's going to say, all right, for a cup as strong as that one, that's going to be 5 copper.
Well, this is pretty strong, but do you have anything...
Anything stronger, you say? No. No, I don't.
Okay, then 5 copper it is.
All right. As you come out...
In fact, I think Sigmund's so desperate to kind of get out of this conversation, he realised he doesn't actually have... So it says, let's keep the change, and then just kind of gets out there.
Nice. Yes. So as you get out of there with your new cup, go outside, and you guys see Montbec. So if that's like Thyra, Glanfar, do you want to do anything here?
Oh, there is one other thing Sig wants to do, but I'll come
yes.
at the end of. I'll let you guys come in at the end.
Yeah. Jack, Haggis, any of you guys want to do any interactamajiggles?
I'd probably... Oh, sorry, go on.
Thyra very quietly skulks off to the tavern at some point and purchases herself 1 hip flask full of just the worst kind of vodka she can find, or some other kind of spirit.
Paint stripper, basically.
Literally.
Paint stripper.
Have you ever had
varnish
white rum neat? It's that.
Oof.
It's bad.
Have you ever had Tesco's value vodka?
Oh, God. Tesco's value rum, like not watered down even, mixed with like turpentine. It's
yeah.
Anyway,
like, this stuff is nasty.
Granvar's going to go and he's going to get some more arrows.
Okay. You can make that purchase.
Throw a couple of gold at it.
All right, that seems pretty good. So you
any sort of like post offices, messengers, I guess, around, or is this too small?
Yeah, there's I think normally where you would look for like couriers and stuff is like the inn, like the pub. It's a pub, but it's also an inn. It's a pin. Yeah. That's where you could look for that.
Okay. Because how long has it been since we left Riverton?
Almost 3 days.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send a letter back to Heidi, I think I called her. Yeah, Heidi, the halfling who's looking after the Daviary. And
yes.
the other animals from the menagerie. So I hope everyone's okay.
Yeah.
I miss Roker. I hope he's doing okay.
Like the courier here is it's weird. It's this woman. She has like very sort of straw blonde hair almost, and she has like a weird little cap on her head. And as you hand her the letter, she says, "Alrighty then, that's gonna be delivered in no time."
Oh
no. And this lady sort of, as she gets this letter, gets up and sort of like fast walks out of the inn and just fast walks away down the road.
Okay.
And like you can see like villagers sort of sighing with relief. Yeah, like sighing with relief as this demon leaves their village. You can even see people like sort of mopping up like salt in front of their doors, like mopping it away. And yeah, if that is all that you want to sort of do here.
Basically, all that like
anyone else want to? Sigmund, you said that there was something you wanted to address.
Yeah, I think that when Thyra goes in to try and get this cheap cushy, if she look over a table in the corner, she'd see Sigmund there with like this glass of Bailey's and this shoe.
Mm.
And I'll just leave the rest to your imaginations.
Yeah.
And a very confused looking bartender, depending on whether he was able to, like, you see what he's trying to do, right?
Yeah.
He's trying to pull an old Greg.
Yeah, try to pull an old Greg. Okay, and yeah, so as you guys sort of meander back to the boat, Montbec, you can see Montbec coming down, and he says, "Okay, guys, it's fine for you to board now." And there's actually someone who is, we're
Okay.
this is indeed a good part to wrap up. Montbec coming down, and there's like the captain is pretty eager to meet you, so you can all come aboard if you like.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So as you board this boat, and at the start of the next session, we will begin with your meeting with the captain of the Bell Eater.
Okay. We have a fairly good track record with boat captains so far. Hopefully we can keep that up.
Yes. All right. Then I think that concludes the session of today.
Okay,
Are
good.
we gonna? No,
Yeah.
Was it
Nice.
established that we can't play next weekend or this weekend rather, which is why we played today?
Yes, that's
Yes.
that's a thing indeed.
Someone's not here. I can't remember who it was.
Okay. All right. Then
Okay.
I guess we should say goodbye to the stream, everybody.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Stream
everyone.
everybody.
Goodbye.